What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of my podcast, And Then Came Me. I am the Lotus, and I will be your host tonight. As always, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to either stop by and listen to this podcast, or if you're watching it here on YouTube. Per last week's video, we were supposed to be talking about how to show up as the best version of yourself for your next, love interest, your next potential relationship. Because we kind of touched base on why people keep encountering these bad relationships, like these bad situations in these relationships with different people. But I've decided that this week we're not going to talk about that. We might go ahead and push that off until next week, because I feel like we really need to do like a little mental health check-in, because I don't know about everybody else, but for myself, these past couple weeks, I have been feeling extremely stressed out. So if you're watching this on YouTube, like I have nothing typed out. This is just going to be a me and you heart to heart session. We're going to check in about the stuff that's going on in my life. Y'all can leave me some comments down below or chat with me. I'll be here at 7. Right now it's 5:10, so your girl's cutting it close. But I had to show up for you guys. I had to show up for myself more than anything else. So we're gonna just do a mental health check-in. So this video probably won't be as long as normal, just because we need to learn to recognize when we need a break from things. And unfortunately, with what I'm doing, there's not much space to be able to take a break. And sometimes you're doing these things and you would like to take a break, but things won't work out the way that they need to if you're not showing up. So right now I can say these past couple weeks, I have been having a very rough time in my life, just in general, like not with anything in particular. It's just really like in general. The first thing I want to say is it's probably due to the fact that I have not been going to the gym. And I know people may think that going to the gym does not really help with like your mental state. But I'm here to tell you, I was that person. Like I mentioned before, I see a therapist, and she was always recommending that I work out, because it's supposed to help you with your mental health. And I'm like, girl, how is running somewhere on a treadmill going to help me feel better? Like, that doesn't even sound good. How could running on a treadmill make me feel better than eating a Happy Meal? How can running on a Stairmaster, which I've never ran on a Stairmaster, I don't have the coordination for it, but how could walking on a Stairmaster help me feel better than eating me a little chicken nugget? Like, that doesn't read. But now, after changing my lifestyle, it actually does read. Because, when you're eating something that makes you happy, it's very temporary. And with working out, it's kind of more, the working out part of it is a temporary. So you may go there and only work out for 30 minutes or work out for an hour. But the after effects of it last you throughout the day. So I feel like what I'm going through right now absolutely has a lot to do with me not going to the gym, because I feel a lot of like brain fog, to whereas when I go to the gym, I have a lot of mental clarity. I have a lot of it just boosts my like goals and aspirations. It just makes me more ambitious, and it makes me feel like, what they say, the world is your oyster. I think that's what they say, but that's what it makes me feel like, because, while you're working out, you're trying to focus on, busting your reps out. But on top of that, let's just say you're walking on a treadmill, because I know when I first started my fitness journey, I did a lot of walking on the treadmill, and I had time to kind of think about things while I was walking on the treadmill. So working out definitely gives me a lot of mental clarity. It makes me feel motivated. Overall, it makes me feel motivated, because you feel like you're in the gym, you putting this work in, you sweating, and then especially over a couple weeks, you start seeing results, and you just start to feel good, and you start to feel better. And at first, you're gonna catch hell, and you're not gonna feel good, and you're not gonna feel better, and you're gonna feel like, why am I doing this? Everything hurts. I'm out of breath. I'm tired, and I want to go home. But once you build up that resistance to it, it's like, I gotta go. And now that I'm not going, I feel like crap, right? So physically feeling like crap also helps you mentally feel like crap, because it's just like they go hand in hand. So if one ain't feeling good, the other one 9 times out of 10 is not going to be feeling good. The only difference is, before I got into changing my lifestyle, I didn't realize that I felt like crap. And I just thought like that's like the best that it got. Now I know that it does get better and you can feel better. And now that I'm not on that better path consistently like I was, at least for the past 2 weeks, I haven't been. I just feel like everything is falling apart. I feel like everything is going down the drain. And the bad part about it is I can recognize all these things, but I still have not been to the gym like I should be, just because I have so many other things like going on in my head that I feel like I should be doing. And my problem is, let me say my toxic trait. My toxic trait absolutely is not having balance. Like I have no balance in my life whatsoever. And I get hyper fixated on like just one thing. And if I'm working on this one thing, I have to work on this one thing like down to the bone, okay? So I would just say ever since I got this office space for my business, I've been there. I've been there literally almost every single day since I got this space, which is going on 3 weeks now. So I am there. The first couple weeks I was there from like the second that I woke up, I would go there and I wouldn't come home until like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, because I just feel like there's so many things that I need to get done. And the only way that I'm going to be able to get them done is to stay there all day long and just do that and not do anything else in my life. But what we really need to realize is that's not good either. So it can actually be worse. And see, this is literally my entire problem, is that I can recognize that these things are not right and then I just don't correct them. So obviously I'm really good at giving everybody else advice, but I'm not good at taking my own. And that's kind of like fucked up. So see, I got anxiety just even trying to explain the situation to anybody else, because especially like if I'm talking to somebody like my mom, hi mom, I know you're probably watching this, but if I'm talking to somebody like my mom that's not really like a business savvy person, this all just sounds like a bunch of madness. Like, why can't you go do A, B, and C and then just come back to it later? But in my business mind, I'm like, because I need to get things done. How am I supposed to run a business if I ain't there to run it, So I can recognize that what I'm doing is probably not the healthiest thing to do, and I am just continuing on this path. But I'm trying to change it, because I did go to the gym on Tuesday this week. I did legs and I did a really good leg day. I had a good leg day. And then the rest of the week just went down the drain. And it's like these days pass and I literally don't even know what happened. I just look up and I know that it's like Friday and I'm like, oh shit, I need to make a podcast. And that's how bad it is that I get to Friday and I'm like, I have not recorded anything for this podcast yet. So that's why I'm just rambling, because my mind is so crazy busy that if I don't have something typed out in front of me, I can literally sit here and talk to you for an hour straight about 120 different subjects and tell you stories inside of stories inside of stories. So that's why I'm trying my best to keep this video short today, which we're already at, you might as well say 10 minutes. So I'm getting ready to wrap it up. But I just wanted to tell you guys to really make sure that you're paying attention to your mental state, because like I said, with me not going to the gym, I've noticed my mood has just been very, very bad. And I start to let in a lot of like self-sabotaging talk in, because I don't have that positive boost of, well, at least, if I didn't get nothing else done today, I went to the gym. And yes, of course, I'm in the office and I'm working on things, but I now have like all this built up energy inside that just makes me feel like, well, damn. Like that's the best way I could explain it. It just makes you feel like, well, damn. So next week, what I'm going to try to do for sure is to get back on my ball of getting into the gym. And like, even watching this, you guys could probably tell that like my like anxiety level is up there, because like I can feel it. Like I'm just fidgety. I'm just like, I just feel like I just need to get up and go run around the freaking block or something. But yes, take a deep breath. Just make sure that you're paying attention to your mental state, because if you are not aware of how you are like mentally, then it's going to be really hard to be aware of anything else. So I am here to tell you, if you need a break and you were thinking about taking one, please do. And I am actually going to try to listen to my own advice this weekend, because I need it. I was actually in the ER earlier this week, and I haven't been like, I'm a frequent flyer at the freaking emergency room, and it's really sad to say. And I noticed that I was in the hospital a lot when I was working. Now I notice that, but at the time I didn't notice that. But I was literally in the hospital probably a month, probably like 4 or 5 times a month. So this last year, with me not working full time, I was not in the hospital like that. And you know, this year, I believe this may be like my first or second time into the hospital this year, because you know, I think my anxiety plays a very large part in me thinking like something's wrong with me. And then on top of that too, then I start to Google stuff, and they was like, yeah, sis, you died 2 days ago. And I'm like, ugh. So then I get really stressed out about that, and it's just like, it's just too much, y'all. So you just need to just make sure that where you're at mentally. But rewind, why I was in the hospital earlier this week is because I've been having these very bad spells of dizziness, lightheadedness, and feeling like I'm gonna pass out. I also been having this thing where I feel like I cannot like breathe or swallow, and my mom's like, it's anxiety, and it's like, if this is anxiety, this must be like fucking boss level of anxiety, because why am I sitting here trying to chew food and like thinking about like, I feel like I'm gonna fucking choke on this if I try to swallow it, because I feel like I don't know how to swallow. So yes, so it's probably like a combination of all of that. And like I said, like my mom said, if this is anxiety, this has to be like fucking boss level anxiety, because I've never experienced this in my whole 24 years on this earth. And I've had anxiety for a very long time, but this is something new. So yes, like I was saying, if you're feeling like you need to take a break in your life, I absolutely am telling you to take a break right now. And I am going to take a break this weekend and try my best to stay out of the office until Monday. Cause y'all, I don't take the weekends off. I'm there on those days too. Same hours, very early to very late. And I really have to get a grip. And this is like, if anybody can relate to me, being able to say and recognize that I need to get a grip, y'all. I really need to be able to figure out how to balance my life, because this shit is crazy. And it just makes you feel overwhelmed, and it makes you feel like everything in life is so fucking hard. And it's really not, because like explaining this to you now, it just makes you sound like you're just running on these thoughts, and you are. But at the time that you're going through it, it makes you feel like life is so fucking hard. Like I was literally laying in bed the other day, and I'm like, I am almost 5 years away from 30, and I literally have to figure out some form of work that I'm going to do pretty much until I'm dead. It's like I got anxiety off of the fact that I was thinking about, you have to work doing something for your entire life until you're dead. And then I took it to the next level and was like, and wouldn't it be fucked up like if you die and then like you have to have a fucking ghost job, or like something else comes after that? Or like, what if you die and you get reincarnated and you get put into something worse? So that is just a quick glance at how bad and deep my anxiety is. That's a quick glance. That wasn't the whole walk through the park. So I am just here to tell you guys today that I'm not going all out of my way to edit this video. This is going to be the most unedited video, and it's going to have to go up immediately because now we're at 5:30. And yeah. Take breaks when you need them. Do things that make you happy. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say for this week. We'll get back into some serious stuff next week, but your girls, my brain cells are literally fucking fried. So, yeah. I told my mom I was gonna turn the camera on and just cry for 20 minutes straight. But she said that wasn't a good suggestion and that everybody would unsubscribe. So, here I am. But yeah. I'm so sorry for this rant, because this was really just a rant. And I don't know, y'all. Pray for me. So I'm gonna cut it right here. And I am the Lotus. I'm not feeling too lotusy today, but I am the Lotus, and you can be too. Bye.